This mad lawyer appeared to defend and represent Nnamdi Kanu in court yesterday. His mission will shock you. All right, listeners and friends out there listening to me through this very channel, you are all welcome to yet another very interesting episode. I want to believe you were all present and following us up throughout yesterday. You may have felt so bad and so disappointing at what the court brought out as judgment yesterday. Well, we shouldn't lose hope because we are still very much on track. Yesterday was well disappointing at a point, but we still have hope because Omotosho's response was at a point still very encouraging because he promised to get back to Nnamdi Kanu on the 27th of January, which he saw as an adjournment, promising that he will be reaching out to the federal government to hear what they have to say based on Nnamdi Kanu's request. Well, that is by the way. And what is still shaking Nigeria and shaking this very case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu till this very moment is the strange face. The strange face which some said looked like a madman, but actually it's not a madman. He is a lawyer. The strange face which appeared yesterday, claiming to defend and represent Nnamdi Kanu in this case, all of a sudden resurfaced. Now, who is this very strange face? Where is he coming from? And who have sent him? I would like you to pay attention to this very information because to me, I see it to be a very, very important information. Now, according to the said information, the person who visited Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, who wanted to stand as Nnamdi Kanu's representative, the man who came as a lawyer to defend Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, has come as a representation. He came as a representation. This very man, he said that his name is Demdo Hassan. That will be published on your screen very soon. Now, this very man by name Demdo Hassan actually came yesterday in representation to help Nnamdi Kanu yesterday. But believe me, it was a shocker and also a surprise. This very man, where is he from? Who have sent him? Demdo Hassan, after a careful check and investigation, we discovered that the lawyer who represented Nnamdi Kanu in court yesterday, who came to present himself without asking for a dime, is actually coming from a legal body. And this legal body has called themselves a legal body that give out free services, free help to people who doesn't have legal practitioners to help them. It is called Legal Aid Council of Nigeria, LACON. You can see it. Now, LACON is a legal body that provide legal service to those who doesn't have legal help, people to help them to fight legal battle. So this very organization have sent this very lawyer, Demdo Hassan, to go out and see how to assist Nnamdi Kanu. His appearance yesterday was so strange and so unbelievable. Even Nnamdi Kanu himself and the brother was like so shocked. Who is this man that has come to represent me and help me in this case? Well, an attention was given. Nnamdi Kanu's brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, also, gave him a listening ear, and he was actually giving the room. He did the little he can, but one thing is this: the IPOP leader still stood on his ground to be the one to do the finished job, of which Justice Omotosho still stood on his decision that Nnamdi Kanu will need a legal practitioner to help him fight this very appeal if this must be done. You understand? Well, this very organization has made itself available to assist Nnamdi Kanu. They did this even without informing him or informing any of his legal practitioners. But believe me, they have a good intention. After this very Demdo Azan made himself known to the IPOP leader, Nnamdi Kanu now felt calm, but still very suspicious. You know now, na Naija we dey. But with everything being equal, the IPOP leader still gave him a listening ear. Everything still went normal as expected. But one thing that didn't go well was Omotosho's decision, requesting and demanding to reach out to the federal government before an answer to Nnamdi Kanu's request will be given. That was the only thing that spoiled the whole process yesterday. The IPOP leader, who was in full of hope that yes, yesterday will bring a victory for him. He will be transferred away from Sokoto to Abuja, where he can have access to his doctors and access to the appeal court. Everything went so destructive, but to God be the glory. Returning back to Sokoto prison still gave him another hope. The case was adjourned to 27th of January. Demdo Azan, the strange lawyer from Lakon, has put up a request to the IPOP leader demanding to help Nnamdi Kanu. Having studied all Nnamdi Kanu's file and looked into all that has happened, Demdo Azan made an assurance to the IPOP leader that nothing other than victory will be given to him. Till this very moment, no response has been gotten from Nnamdi Kanu to that very body to know if truly he will be able to handle that case. But we are still hoping and still watching if the IPOP leader Nnamdi Kanu will still be the one to handle his transfer. Lovers of freedom, yesterday was very, very different, as everyone is still wondering what likely may be the issue. The IPOP leader Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently in prison, is still feeling very calm despite visits coming to him from far. A visit has just been paid to him by men from Saudi Arabia. He received them with two hands, but was still very cautious. Information is still flying. Everyone is still wondering what happens next if the IPOP leader is denied transfer on January 27th. Lovers of freedom, I want to use this to reach out to you. That the court record described Hassan, that is the lawyer, as a lawyer from the 8th Council of Nigeria. The court had earlier declined to allow Kanu's brother, who is not a lawyer, to act for him, and encouraged that Kanu obtain a real lawyer or ask legal aid for a help. That is to say, they are still asking and advising Nnamdi Kanu to maintain that help from the, from that very legal organization that give out free legal aid to people. So I don't know, on your part, what do you think? What's your advice? Because as it is now, everything is still going, as decided on the part of Nnamdi Kanu. He wants to be careful. He wants to be cautious. and he wants to be very, very mindful. Nigerian cannot be trusted, especially on a high profile case like this. You understand what I'm saying? Please help reach out to everyone on this very video, because this video will go a long way to sensitize everyone and give them updates of all that transpired yesterday. You understand? Thank you.